being able to balance out that charge station and get that activation bonus. Red Alliance is walking away with those two, however. You know, Josh, as we wind down the game and head into our last 7 matches of the day, our rankings are pretty much finalized, but there is some time for upset. You have a mechanism up here on the screen that we could take a look at that might be able to help us predict where things are going to shake out.
Yeah, I do. I have a fancy mechanism here. This is courtesy of StatBotics. We're going to take a look at their data again here. Now, remember, as we talked about yesterday, this stuff is all simulation. This is all just math nerdery that is not official. You're still in control of your own destiny. But this is actually 1 match delay. I'm not able to get the match 92 estimations in here. But based on where we're currently sitting, based on our leaderboards, we can get a pretty rough idea of where, at least the math says, teams are likely to end up. So while it's not guaranteed, it looks like Jack and the Bot may have clinched the #1 ranked position so far. They are at least close if they have not clinched it yet. And it looks reasonably safe to say CPR has probably nearly clinched second. But what I find really interesting is that it still is, so that there's our 1, there's 2, this doesn't write the way I want it to, there's 3 for cert. But once we get below 4th here, so like let's take everything below IRS. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams. So here's our top 8, cuts off after Cybears. And it's still anybody's game. When we look at these numbers here, it's completely uncertain. It's like, I don't know, you might end up anywhere in there. And I find that stuff so interesting that even though we're in our last, what is it now, like 8 matches or so.
That's right.
Of District Champs qualifiers, it's still anybody's game. There's still tons of room to move around in this leaderboard. And I think it's going to really, drive home for these teams that this last round is pivotal to actually, ending up where they want to in the leaderboards.
And just as a quick reminder, anybody can go and look at these scores online at any time, and also the scores that you're seeing up here, or the points that you're seeing up here, are actually percentage chance of being in that position, if that's correct.
Yeah, it's a 0 to 1 scale, so do your times 100 dealio, and this is all on statbotics.io, and it's in their kind of expanded tab of their rankings there.
Yeah, very interesting insights. But I think we're ready to meet our teams for Quals 93, so we'll head on back down to the field and meet those teams.